Welcome back to Texas Flex. I'm Mike Hernandez, and today we're going to review the Fitness Gear Pro OB600, and we're also going to learn how to use it. Alright, so right off the bat, I don't bench 3 plates for 3 sets of 10. That's crazy strong. And while I'm sure there's somebody of my height and weight that can do that, I'm not the guy. But I am a certified LA Fitness personal trainer, and I love my job. I love teaching the bench press because I don't overcomplicate things. I'm very easygoing, and I only teach a couple steps so that way it's very easy for anyone to grasp the concept. So now that we have my credentials out of the way, let's talk about the Fitness Gear Pro Olympic Bench 600. This bench comes standard with 24 1-inch holes for you to adjust your J-cups and safety spotter arms. Your safety spotter arms are right at 9 inches, and while you would want somewhere in between 13 to 20, 9 is going to provide just enough space from you and the bench to where it's going to catch the bar if you fail the lift. The bench itself has 3 incline positions for the seat and 7 adjustable positions for the backrest, going from a slight decline to flat, incline, and then military press at 90 degrees. The bench itself is made out of 2.5-inch high-dense foam. Whatever that means, I don't know. But it is strong enough to withstand a 250-pound bench. Not saying that's me. Let's get it.
Up! It's all you. Up, 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 up. Oh, that's weird.
The vinyl, it's not super grippy like a wrap bench, but it's grippy enough, in my opinion. Alright, so let's talk about the cons for this bench. First, starting with the J-cups. These are my Titan J-cups, and they have UHMW plastic. Kind of bolted on. I'm not sure if you can really say that they're bolted on, but that's what they look like. These ones, on the other hand, just have like this sort of rubber glued onto them, and it does peel away. Eventually, I will have to replace it, and this is probably what I would replace it with. Not a different J-cup, just the UHMW plastic put onto there instead of that rubber. The second biggest con for this bench is that you can't really use it in all its different angles. Once you get to about 45 degrees, you're just too far away from the rack to unrack the barbell safely. You could, in theory, use the safety spotter arms to unrack it from a 45-degree incline, but I wouldn't suggest that because a 45-degree angle on an incline is more of a shoulder press anyways, so just stick to 30 and below for your incline bench press. If you want to use the 90-degree, you can. You just have to use dumbbells instead. So, that being said, I don't see it as a very big con. I just see it as something that people have complained about from the reviews that I've read. The only other con that I've personally had and heard for this bench is this big old gap. This has got to be a good 2-inch gap in between the seat and the backrest. And if you're like me, when you set up, this is exactly where your butt goes. Alright, so now that we know a little bit more about this piece of equipment, let's learn how to bench. To start, simply lay it on the bench. Don't think about anything else. Then retract your shoulders back. Now the cue that I give to most people is to press against these posts to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now that you have your shoulders set in, let's talk about where you're going to place your hands on the bar. Use the ring on the barbell, then place whatever finger is going to make it most comfortable for when you release the bar and you bring it down. You want to be able to create a 90-degree angle with your arms. That is going to put your shoulders in the safest position for you to press off of. Where you want to place your J-cups is very important in this step as well, because you want to have just enough give to where when your shoulders are retracted, you can press off slightly and not use too much energy by placing them too low, or not be able to unwrap it and clear this little lip on the J-cup if it's too high. You also want to place the safety spotter arms right where you need them. So place these high enough to where it's going to catch the bar, but low enough to where it's not going to interrupt you hitting your chest and coming up. So if you do fail to lift, you should notice a difference in height when you have your shoulders retracted and your shoulders relaxed. That will allow enough space in between the safety spotter arms and yourself to slide out of the bench and come out in one piece. So now that the J-cups and the safety spotter arms are perfectly placed and adjusted to where you need them to be, release the bar from the J-cups, inhale, allow the bar to come down with a 2 to 3 second release, touch your chest, and then press. Exhaling as you press the bar off of your chest. So for those of you that are intermediate to advanced, I do teach leg drive. It's just not one of the first things that I go to. I like to teach it safely first, and then find out how much somebody can bench, safely of course, and then I start to introduce things that are going to up their bench by a little bit. I hope these steps can help you in your quest to master the bench press, and of course it's as beginner as it gets. So if you need more, either DM me on Instagram or find a video on YouTube. There are plenty of big guys that want to teach you how to bench press and how to bench press a lot of weight. This is just how you can use this bench press to your advantage in the safest possible way. There are definitely more things that you should know about the bench press, but for now, I think it's just going to be too much. So let's keep it short, let's keep it tight, and let's keep going. Alright, so now that we know how to use the bench and its specs, let's go ahead and give it a rating. For me, personally, it's going to receive a 4 out of 5. Nothing higher than that because I know that you could just get a squat bench combo, a wet side bench, or even the tiny knockoff for a couple $100 more. That being said, this one is available for $279.99, and while those under benches have like 1,000 pound capacity, this one only has 600 pounds. But why spend so much money when you can get almost everything out of this bench? Not just that, but out of those squat bench combos or the wet side bench, you don't have that adjustability. And you could just get another adjustable bench, but then you're taking up more retail space from your garage gym. All in all, I think this is a pretty good bench. You can use it for more than just bench, it's durable, and the price tag is budget friendly. So, if you want, give it a try. If you don't worry about it. But, you know what you should do is click the links in the description below so that you can support your boy by going to HTLT Subs, buying the freaking cookbook from Coach Greg, or just getting some Redcon 1 supplements and apparel. And lastly, you can support me by just simply following me on Instagram, subscribing to the channel, and liking this video. I appreciate it a lot, and I will see you guys at the next flex. I know that there is a more appropriate bench. I do not bench 315 for 3 sets of 10. So if you're looking for advice, alright, so right off the bat, I don't bench 315 for sets of 3. Alright, so right off the bat, I don't bench 315 for 3 sets of 10. Jesus Christ. I think the biggest caveat to this bench, right off the bat, first and foremost, I think the biggest caveat to this bench, lost him. Blah, blah, blah. It's like as soon as I start talking, this little shit comes out of nowhere.